Hello world, hello YouTube. Uh, I think in C++, it's a computer programming language. They start off with hello world, right? Like if you're going to really try to control the damn world, right? Like, goodness. But, oh, okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about. When choosing a graphic processing unit, this is what I look for. I look for, can I do it without having to go to a software that has to teach me the most difficult languages. People, I started off with a simple printer that scans the most cheapest stuff. I mean, I'm talking about when I started off cheap is because, like, I'm telling you, I worked at a company called National Beef in Dodge City, Kansas, right? And I had a hard labor job where, I was like, I have to pay for my education. I got to do this. And, when I went homeless and I went on the streets, like, to live, I managed to get expensive hardware without money. I stole it. I stole a lot of computer equipment when I was homeless. But what does this have to do with your GPU? So like, if we would start from a scale of 1 to 10, right? Like, it's so true how they want you to just play a video game, like, and just say you need to buy the most expensive GPU, the most expensive graphics card, right, for the most best. And they won't even tell you how much a pixel is worth. Right? I mean, when I tell you they're trying to sell this stuff to you people, when I'm telling you both of your eyes covered, I'm really mean. Like, man, when you look the stuff up that I can, I was just on eBay, I can get a 2.660 gigahertz CPU for like $50, right? Maybe like $45, if it's free shipping. And I was talking about CPU, and I dropped off from GPU. But what I look for when it comes to graphics, I always look at this. Can I do the original computer language processing, like graphics, like the original? Like, that's what I always look for all the time, because what excites me about computers is the language of the original computer fonts. And like, okay, when I look at binary code, I can't like I'm not going to do binary code in cursive, right? Or other fonts that are not computer related. Like, if, say for example, if I would print out binary codes that are in cursive, like, you guys can understand what I'm saying? Like, here, like, if it's not in the original computer fonts, I am not interested, period. Because that is like the stupidity of the world, where, you have, okay, there's a group of people that buy this market it's a market called them. It's a market that's always in demand, where they can access as much money as they can, but, like, no matter what you say, they just want to play the game, which is totally fine. What to me is like, if I don't know the negativity rates, the negative rates, the real negative rates, how do I do it correctly? Like, I want real power. Like, what is real power then, right? So, yeah, when I look for a GPU, I always look, can I do the original computer fonts? And, width and length. So we talk about width and length. Okay, let's talk about, a lot of smartphones have to do with length. Okay, a lot of smartphones, they're built off length. They're not built off width. And so is like a original flip cell phone is built off length. And if you look at your GPU, it's not really built off of width. If you think about like the T-Mobile Sidekick, like phones like those, there's other phones I'm thinking about, like the slide up phones that have a keyboard layout where you actually physically slide up the hardware. Okay, like, those are built like still in a way like for length, but the width is a lot fatter. But which phone in the world is actually built just for width? I can't even think of one right now. Besides like the T-Mobile Sidekick, right? Or like, well, that's the whole point is I have your attention with width, right, versus length. Okay. And yeah, I just got a text message from my sister. There's the weather clearing up. See, the cat just wants attention. Okay, so look, she got a new tag name. Her name's Athena. It's backwards on the video. Yeah, so you know, you're better off going to this, you know, like the Salvation Army and getting yourself I'm telling you, if you want to buy yourself a gaming GPU, like this gaming computer, I'm telling you, it is so worth it just to go to like, you know on Amazon where they have you like scroll like a brief summary of these computer information. I'm telling you, it's better off just to print out one page off from a summary, from, you know, like, and you know, and just be the apprentice for like the rest of your life instead of buying a brand new gaming computer. I'm telling you, I bought one in my lifetime, and I'm telling you, and it was regretted because of the stupidity peaks they put this economy in. The stupidity is like too much stupid people come to you and tell you the most bizarre things in life, because I'm telling you, I fall for the most stupidest shit too. I am guilty myself of stupidity myself. And like, and then the economy's too smart. See, I noticed this. I've been noticing this. Stop. Okay, so yeah, so what I look for in a GPU is not really. It's not really if I can have more pixels. It's really like, is it just good enough for my budget? And does it fit the original computer fonts? Because if you know how to do the original computer font, I'm telling you, you would know how to manipulate graphics. Will you stop, Athena? I'm telling you, baby kittens just want to play all day. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's what you should think about GPU. Like, what is your favorite font you like to use? Like, seriously, like, what words do you like always write? Or what language are you in? Like, do you even speak like art in a way, like in your own manner? Have you figured out your own brain yet? Like that. Does that make sense? Have you figured out like that Microsoft wants to sell to you like all these fonts and you don't even use Microsoft Word anymore? You know, like, yeah, like, and have you just like figured out like, is this how it is? Like, I haven't even got to use the first computer that was built in the world, and yet they want to sell me the most latest year 3000 computer, right? They want to take me to the future and just leave me in the future to be homeless. People, let me tell you something. There is homeless people that live in the future. There is homeless people that live in the past, and there is homeless people that live in the present. And let me tell you something. You can have the latest gear. I'm telling you. If you haven't figured out, like, it's always this theme that spreads this hemisphere that you need to understand about art. All right, before you get into hardware and computers, because I started off before I started in computer hardware, computer programming. Will you stop, Athena? Is that if I didn't figure out what I wanted to do in art, I didn't figure out like what was the purpose of doing anything else. Like when it comes to like the actual process, you know. The Federal Reserve is always going to want to print that money, people, to wipe our asses, basically, with the money, okay? Basically, that's what it is, okay? Maybe we don't physically wipe our asses with the money, but we physically wipe our hands, which has, you know, malfunction dust that do not really stop spreading. But anyway, it's a whole other topic and a whole other day. Yeah, GPU, yeah, ask your, when you buy a graphics card, or when you, look into a graphics card, just think about what fonts am I going to use. Is it going to be this giant fat list from Microsoft Word again? Or, if you're guys not familiar with Microsoft, I'm telling you, it's like this crap they sell to us as children. Now that I think about it, it was just, I would have been so much more advanced at this age. if they didn't sell to me a fucking donut for free every day. Yeah, excuse my language, but you know, I ain't hiding my negativity on these videos to make people feel good. I'm telling you people the truth. Yeah, GPUs.